Eat the Stegosaurus.
Good morning. This week is already turning out to be one of the more frantic weeks that I know I'm gonna have. I'm looking at my calendar and it literally looks like a game of Tetris. I'm already slightly feeling frantic, which is not a great way to start things out, but we have to get this done. Jewelry part 2 today. Honestly, some really pretty stuff. Hi. What? I'm kind of racing against the clock here to try and get this done though. I think I'm about halfway through and I have about an hour till I have to leave for an appointment. Plan was originally to get up early today and work on this, but I was up until 3 last night doing work and the first half of this. So that didn't end up happening. Just finished teaching my student for the day. So hopefully I now just have a little bit of time to focus on this. So I'm gonna stop yakking and get to work. Oh, you know, look at this Charmin in the background.
Fancy.
Hello.
You Charmin.
This is not sponsored. Don't give it away for free.
What's his name?
That's something or other.
Oh!
I like how the camera person zoomed in. Math check out.
No, I'm just reading about all the controversies.
Good morning. I feel like I don't even remember what I put on the vlog yesterday. Like I know I shot stuff, but if you asked me today, I literally couldn't tell you anything that I picked up yesterday, and I'm pretty sure I didn't sit down and explain any of it, so I guess enjoy the random series of clips that I got. This week is actually shaping up to be pretty busy. Today the rundown is to get lunch with a friend. I was originally part of a piano duo, like a 4 hands 2 pianos type deal. But unfortunately, or really fortunately, my original partner got a exciting opportunity potentially with a university. So he might be moving and it just doesn't make sense for us to continue working together if that might be on the horizon for him. I had this repertoire learned, but nobody to play it with. But luckily I had another friend who said he might be interested. So we're just gonna meet today and maybe go over some repertoire choices. I would love to be able to do a competition, but the thing is the pre-screen audition is due, the tape is due in early April and it's already almost February. And obviously February is like a short month, so it's gonna be a tall order, I think, but I'm super confident in this person and his playing ability. So I think if he is able to do it and he says yes, I think we're gonna be okay. I just miss playing with people. I think my life is super busy and it makes it hard to collaborate with other people, especially now that I'm in grad school and I'm no longer living on campus or near campus, and it's less easy to find people whose schedules all line up. We'll see if this works out. I would really like it too. And then I think I'm gonna take advantage of the practice rooms, do that for a little bit, depending on time, come home, teach, and then today is the first studio class that we have. And for any non-music majors who might have inadvertently clicked on this video, studio class is when you play for everybody else in your studio, you perform for them, and they can give you feedback. The only thing is I'm only taking half the units required this year because my business class is so large of a credit. I'm not entirely sure that I have to be at this first one, so I think I might make the decision based on how I feel tonight whether or not to go, because it is a little later in the evening. Honestly, at this point I feel like I'm babbling just to have something to do while I get ready. So let's go ahead and head out for the day. I really need to get a full-length mirror or something for fit checks, but here she be. Oh, trying to find a room this time of the afternoon always takes forever, but 20 minutes later, here we are. I actually had a great meeting / lunch with my friend Colin. We are on for collaborating on some two pianos stuff. So we talked about what rep we're going to do, I have a plan moving forward, and it is going to be a little bit of a rush order since the competition recording is due in about 2 months, and we are essentially starting from scratch with each other. So that means that I have added in one lunch 2 new pieces into my kind of cycle of all the pieces I have to learn, which is starting to look like quite a long list this semester. I'm slightly overwhelmed, but at the same time, I am very happy to be working on new music that I'm excited about. So that being said, I'm in the practice rooms for the next hour and a half-ish. So I'm going to stop talking and get to work. Vlogging plans went to complete shit this week because I just ended up getting very, very busy, and there's only so many angles in my room for me to shoot myself doing the same thing every week, being on my computer, being on my laptop, being at the piano, being at the keyboard. So I decided just to not turn it on at all this week. I think yesterday I got maybe the evening. Matt and I went to see Emmanuel Axe in concert at Walt Disney Hall, and it was the first time we had been to the hall, so that's really cool. The concert was a lot of fun for me. I'm not sure how it was for Matt, who, I mean, it was just like, it wasn't an LA Phil concert, it was just one of their like solo piano performance concerts, but still I was really grateful for free tickets, which we got through, I think it was USC and the Students Insider program that the LA Phil has. So I mean, I guess insert clip here from last night. What?
Eat the dino.
I've never had dino nuggets before, and Matt has chosen right before the symphony concert to bring me my first experience. They don't even look like dinosaurs. Tell me.
Eat the Stegosaurus.
That's not a Stegosaurus.
Yes, it is. It's a Stegosaurus.
Oh, I do. Why are they soggy?
They're great,
They're okay.
and they're on sale.
Now you're speaking my language. I am the picture of class and grace. I'm trying to decide. I mean, I've already decided. I feel like this is a little bit scandalous for a symphony concert. I wanted an excuse to wear this dress, and I figure I can just throw a jacket over it. I'll make it work. I'll figure something out. Alright, final fit check. I covered up the scandalous parts of my dress. We're going with boots, and I am playing with like a pearl sort of motif, so bag, necklace, earrings. Alright, gonna call an Uber and head out. Today is gonna be yet another work day, but I feel like if I don't vlog today, I'm pretty much not vlogging this week at all. So today is a class day, a work day, a frantically edit and release last week's video day. So pretty much I will just be bringing you along as I do work in different locations.
Yeah, of course.
Are you ready for a meeting? Oh yeah, look at this office space. Right next to our living space. I call this meeting to order at 10:05. Yeah, stopping on frames like this definitely one of the more brutal parts about editing yourself. Okay, ignoring the fact that the lighting is probably awful. I don't know what I filmed today. I don't know what's been going on this week. Things are picking up for the semester as the semester goes along. That's to be expected. I think right now I am just dealing with a lot of frustration for kind of the monotony of every day. I know that about myself. Like, I know that I'm the kind of person who thrives off of change and experiencing new things, different things. I think that is the kind of like creative in me. One of the hardest things for anybody who is a creative and also in a creative industry is that you realize that just like any other field, if you want to get good at what you do, you're going to have to put in mundane work. There's just a baseline number of hours that you need, dedication, discipline, drive, and unfortunately, all of those things tend to come in the package of just clocking hours. And that does get mundane. Ultimately, it makes you a better artist. It makes you a better anything. But it doesn't really cater to that part of you that's like really wanting to just feel and be free and just experience everything that life has to offer, you know? And I think if I could like have told my younger self anything, it would be, you're searching for freedom by becoming an artist and making that your job. But you have to remember that when this becomes your job and you're a professional, it means that you're no longer doing this just for yourself. You must treat it like a job, and no job in the entire world is going to be fun and fulfilling 100% of the time. And today I'm just feeling, I think, the worst of that. And I know I'm going to feel better tomorrow. Nobody stays in the same cycle of feelings forever, so things will change and get better and then worse and better and worse. But I was trying to think about like what I even picked up the camera for today, and I was like, I don't know. I feel like I picked it up and I was teaching, and then I picked it up and I was still teaching, and I picked it up and I was practicing, and 2 hours later I'm still practicing, you know? And it just, sometimes it just makes me feel like I'm watching my 20s go by, and I don't want to be watching. I want to be in it. I want to be living it, and it makes me question whether or not I should have gone to grad school or if I shouldn't have just graduated and been done. But that's today, and maybe tomorrow it will be a day where I'm really grateful that I made the decisions that I made. And for the most part, 9 days out of 10, that's where I'm at. But today has just been, we're at the end of the week, and I think I'm just speaking out of frustration. I'm sure you're getting the abbreviated version of this because I have been talking for way too long, and the whole clip is definitely not getting in the vlog. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta talk to yourself, literally, under your piano, under your safe space. I'm done rambling. It's very, very late. I think it's just time to rest intentionally and go to bed. Try again tomorrow.
Can you not just awkwardly be standing in the background like you're that one emoji that's like just standing there?
All right, I had a job interview this morning with this music pre-college school type deal, and I've always been a little bit hesitant to work with a music school. Like, I teach privately, but working within like the school structure hasn't worked out so well for me in the past. I think because a lot, and this is such a niche topic, but a lot of music schools, like community music schools in particular, they're almost like factories where they churn out teacher after teacher. The pay isn't great, and you don't have time to really connect with the students. You barely have time to think. It's just one lesson after another. But this place seems much more, I mean, there's no better word for it, ethical than that. So I interviewed and I got the job. So that's really exciting. I'm super excited to start that new chapter, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm fitting it in with everything else that I have going on, but we will make it work. So now I am up at my friend's apartment taking care of her cats while she's out of town, and afterwards, I think I'm gonna reward myself for a successful job interview by going to Shake Shack with Matt and getting food that is not so great for me. And then I really need to do some practicing, like hardcore, definitely need to do some practicing. So we're gonna go home, do that, and then we have a concert tonight that one of our friends is performing in, and it's in the Wallis Center, which is a performing arts venue that I have wanted to go to forever. So It should be a pretty good day. And yeah, I'm just really excited right now. I was thinking back on this earlier today about how the last clip that I filmed was Thursday, I want to say, when my mental health was like, bleh. Now that must be so weird in comparison to the first clip I filmed today, where I was super excited about this new job opportunity and like life in general, everything sunshine and daisies. I would just like to point out, if it isn't already obvious, that it's been 2 days, so I've had a full 2 days to process. I deliberately didn't pick up the camera yesterday, even though I had a fun sort of day planned out with Matt, because I wanted just a second to be fully in the moment and not try and like capture anything with the camera. We are headed to the Wallis Center, which is a performing arts center in Beverly Hills. My friend is doing a collaborative concert there tonight, and we are here to support our friends doing what they love. So I think we should be heading out in the next like 10 minutes or so. Anyway, it just goes to show that like how you feel one day is never going to be how it feels subsequent days. Biggest thing I've had to learn in my 20s is that I think emotions are the end all be all. I mean, I think that they're like what makes us human, our ability to experience them and think about them and have like a basic awareness that not every species has for their own emotions. And then of course, like being a pianist, being a musician, I think it is one of the greatest miracles of life to be able to then translate that into art and share it with other people. But because of that, and because I place such a huge importance on that, I also like, I feel like spent most of my young adulthood thinking that my emotions were like the most important truth. Like when I was at my most raw, that's like the truest version of me, because it feels so real when we experience emotions, right? So it brings us like kind of back to ourselves, whether they're positive or negative emotions. But what I think I came to realize in the past couple of years is like our emotions are liars. They are so mercurial and change constantly, and also so resilient. Like we bounce back to baseline and we bounce all over the place all the time, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that one is any more or less true than another. So I think this week I just kind of like yo-yoed back and forth. Wow, a lot's happened this week. Anyway, it is time to go, so I'm gonna finish up here and then start heading over to the Wallis Center. Oh, don't you look like a gentleman? I don't know.